Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. This week, I want to talk about 7 ways your ex will test you and how to respond. We want to make sure that you pass the tests. So by listening to this video, you will get a passing grade. Haha. But first, I want to welcome back my beautiful No Contact Army. I'm very happy to say the Android version of Silencio, my app, is ready. But we need some testers before we officially launch it in the Google Play Store. So I will be sending out an email to see who is interested in testing the app. And if you're not on my email list, go to my website. The link is underneath every video and podcast, theartoflove.net. And you can subscribe to my newsletter, and then you'll be on the list and you can become a tester and be one of the first ones to try it out on Android. And if you too would like to join our No Contact Army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com, where you can read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. Okay, so before I begin, I have a no contact horror story. Usually I do success stories, but I want this to serve as a cautionary tale for those of you who don't want to do no contact or who insist on breaking it. Okay, and he says, listen to her. Do no contact immediately. 2 months after my ex dumped me, she told me that if I had behaved better after the breakup, no begging, no apologizing all the time, we would have already been back together. Now she has lost all respect for me and just wants us to be friends. Biggest mistake of my life was not going no contact right away. I should have concentrated on myself and not in chasing her. They always come back, just stay in no contact. That's a great rhyme. Of course, unfortunately, it's not true that they always come back, but you definitely have a better chance that they will if you do no contact. Okay, so let's get into the 7 ways your ex will test you and how to respond. One way is that they'll ask for favors to see if you still have feelings for them, because obviously, if you're still willing to do favors for them, even though they broke up with you, you still have feelings for them. So you're either going to ignore that message if they text or call, or if you feel too guilty ignoring a request for a favor and you feel you need to respond, you can just say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that. Hope you're doing well. And even if you can easily do the favor, you shouldn't. And you think, doing the favor is going to bring them back, but you are going to feel played, especially if you go out of your way to do them a favor. Now, the only time you can do them a favor is, of course, if you either took them for granted or if you cheated. That would be the exceptions. So in that case, you need to be doing whatever you can to get them back after, of course, a period of no contact. Another test is that they will try to put you in the friend zone, even if you said that you weren't interested in being friends. So after the breakup, they'll suggest being friends, and you say no, or even if you did say yes at that time and you realized, oops, that was a mistake, and you let them know you changed your mind, they will test your resolve to not be friends by asking you to do friend stuff. And of course, you like to think that, oh, if we just hang out as friends, I'll re-attract them again, they'll want me back. No, that's not what's going to happen. I can tell you the chances of that happening are slim to none, and again, you're going to feel played. So say no to friend stuff, either by literally telling them or just ignore the message. Number 3 is that they will text you late in the evening to see if you're going to respond, and also to see if you're with someone. So if you're in no contact, they're going to figure that you're probably seeing someone, and they'll text you late at night. And if you respond, then they're going to assume that you're not with someone. But since they're no longer a priority, you're not going to be getting back to them so quickly, even if they say something significant. So don't respond that night. And I actually also did a video on why your ex will contact you late at night, why you're most likely to hear from your ex late at night. And I will put the link to that video up in the corner. It's titled, When Will You Hear From Your Ex? So don't let them fool you with their late night texts. The next test is that they want to see if you've actually changed, especially if you made it a point to tell them that you've changed, even though you're not supposed to say it, you're supposed to show it. And one of my clients who's back in touch with his ex one of the reasons that she broke up with him was because of his jealousy. So in their conversations now, he's noticed that she's bringing up other guys. And of course, he's learned his lesson. Plus, he's been coaching with me, so he actually doesn't react. He's like, oh, nice, cool. So if you really have changed, then it won't be hard to show them that you've changed. And if you haven't changed, then what are you waiting for? Get to work. Another test is that they will try to make you jealous. So if for some reason you have to be in contact with them, they may let you know they're seeing someone either subtly or not so subtly. And if you're not in contact, they'll post on social media. Again, remember our No Contact Army slogan, we don't react, we do no contact. And do you remember the video of the guy who totally messed up everything in the beginning and then finally got his ex back after 10 months? I'll put the link in the upper right-hand corner. I think it's called I Did Everything Wrong, I Still Got My Ex Back. Anyway, the way she baited him was to get him chasing since he did no contact for the first 2 weeks. And first she posted a photo of a rose and then being out to dinner with someone. And unfortunately, he totally fell for it and freaked out and stood outside her house and was begging her to come out. So not only did he stroke her ego, but he let her know that he was not going anywhere and that she could take as long as she wanted to get back with him. So luckily, he eventually started listening to me and finally smartened up. And now they're back together after 10 months. But it didn't have to be 10 months. It could have been a lot sooner if he had just stayed in no contact and not fallen for that test, for that trick. Number 6 is that they want to see if they can get you to chase, either because they changed their mind and they want you back and they don't want to say it for ego reasons, or because they want validation. So, and I actually talked about this in my video from last week, and I will put the link in the right-hand corner on YouTube. And the title of that video is 7 Reasons Why Your Ex Contacted You Then Disappeared. So what happens is that they'll reach out, and if you didn't know about not responding to breadcrumbs, you'll respond, and they'll either disappear right away and not respond, or they'll chat for a few days and you'll think you have a chance of getting them back, and then they'll disappear again. So this is one of the many reasons why we don't respond to breadcrumbs. But if you did fall for it and chat with them for a while, when they disappear again, go back into no contact. Do not start chasing. And then finally, test number 7 is liking your posts on social media. So they haven't heard from you. They're wondering if you still care or if you ever cared, since people are used to being chased after a breakup. And they want to see if they throw you a breadcrumb, are you going to respond? Are you going to like their photo? Are you going to contact them? Of course, we don't respond to breadcrumbs, and someone liking a post or leaving a comment is definitely a breadcrumb. So again, stay in no contact. So to recap, we have they will ask for favors to see if you're going to do it, to see if you have feelings for them. They will try to put you in the friend zone by asking you to do friend stuff. They'll text you late in the evening to see if you'll respond. They're going to see if you change by testing you on the things that they felt you needed to change. They will try to make you jealous by bringing up other people. They'll see if they can get you to chase. And finally, they will like your posts or make comments on social media to see what you're going to do. So I want to hear from you. Has your ex tried any of these tests? Which ones? And what did you do? In the meantime, if you'd like my help personally to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below every video and podcast, and we will send you the rates. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. If you found the video helpful, I would appreciate if you would like, subscribe, and share. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.